Thank you so very much, sir. I will quickly ask Mrs. Titi Ojo, the Acting Executive Secretary, Network of Practicing Non-Oil Exporters of Nigeria. Briefly ask you a question before we ask the last question. So, are you there, ma'am? Thank you so very much for your time. Please, can you share your experience, what your experience has been in terms of Nigerians' preparedness for international trade? How prepared are we? Through your
All right.
own lens.
Let me look at it from, of course, SME's perspective, because that's what I've worked with for a while now. I still see that most of our small businesses are not ready. So there's something called the export readiness. Really, I still look at it. A couple of times I've had people asking, I want to export. That's the first question. And then you ask, okay, what products do you want to export? They have no idea. What country are you looking at? They have no buyer anyway. And they just want to export. That's what it is. They just want to export. And by the time you ask 1, 2, 3, 4 questions, you just realize that, yeah, they have the interest, but they're not putting work. So there's still that gap. Of course, there are some that have passed that stage, and I know it's taking time to get there. There's been bottlenecks here and there, but I'm still particular about those that really need to be ready to export. I keep saying it, that if the opportunities present itself, for example, okay, you have the money, the banks now say, okay, we're giving you funding. Are you ready? Are you actually export ready? That's the question. So there's still need for us to do a lot more on export readiness in preparing our own exporters, right, to meet the demands of the international market. Then there's one other thing I would also push for, and that will be the issues of certification. I know that for SMEs, it might be a bit costly getting international certifications. So indeed, it's important to find some support in that regard. There have been friends that had visited, that's quite a number of exhibitions, international exhibitions. And you see countries like Kenya, some other African countries, you see their cooperatives, even uneducated women, they are coming in with well-certified products that are ready for the export market. And of course, part of the feedback is that they're able to get some kind of support for certifications. So you can imagine there's a farmer, or there are farms that want to get Global Gap certified, or even ISO. It comes at a cost, really. And I'm not even very sure that banks would fund such. So we need to look at that gap. I see it as a gap that needs to be filled. I see it as that bridge as well. So if you want to take your product to the UK, for example, there are certain certifications required. If we don't have those, and if we don't get some kind of support for it, then it's still the missing link as well. So that's what I would say. I would say export readiness. Quite a number of exporters, potential exporters, want to get into this game, but really they're not export ready. There's still the need to push, to educate, to handhold, to mentor. There's still that gap that needs to be filled to get more people participating. And secondly, I personally feel that the gap, that funding of certification, being able to support even those that are willing with certifications, because the cost might also be a bit high for some of our SMEs that want to go into that space. So that will really be my submission now. But of course, we'll keep trying. Definitely, I know that Nigerians are resilient people. Despite the odds, we'll still go ahead. Despite the odds, we're still there. And that's the beautiful thing. I think I appreciate the resilience, but it's really very good as well to get the required support, either from the financial institutions, from the government, from private sector, from regulatory organizations, agencies, from CBN. We've talked a lot about this, organs of government. We really need the kind of support that helps us to put our money where our mouth is, or is it our mouth where our money is? One of the two. But that's critical at this time, especially with the after. There's so much we can do as Nigerians, but we really need that will at all levels to support that system to work. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Madam, for sharing this with us. Honestly, like you said, we are not really ready yet. We are looking at having access to different products as time goes on. Like, for example, in London, I think Peckham Market, someone was telling me that every Tuesday they can get fresh ewedu fresh export. They bring them direct from Nigeria. They must have gone through all the processes. And I believe that in the future, in the nearer future, those are part of the reasons why this platform was created. We will be able to leverage on your expertise to actually bring the training our people really need. So many people, so many traders, so many things are being wasted. Imagine if you go to the interiors in the farms, you just see heaps and heaps of tomatoes rotting away, so many things. Meanwhile, what is needed is just education. Thank you so very much, ma'am.